So today we compare this one against this one. Welcome to my new video about two different audio video receivers. One's a Denon 2400, one is a Onkyo 787. Yeah. The Denon's a 7.2 Dolby Atmos receiver. The Onkyo is a 9.2. So, you know, they play in the same field, but they're much different things. So today we'll go over the remote, the app, how good the menus are, and the subjective sound that I have listened to. So let's get started. Let's start with the remotes. So the remotes are right here. Onkyo, the Denon. So size-wise, much different. I think Denon could have made it smaller, but it looks classy. Has a cool little look to it. See how it? But they could have made it smaller, made it more form-fitting. The Onkyo is just, I guess, straight business. I don't know. So out of these two, using them, this one's better. When you push the volume up and down. But what I do like about both of them, they do have buttons for your inputs. Some new receivers are like getting rid of that, where you gotta scroll through the inputs. That's not what I want to do. So now I'm gonna attempt a speed test between how fast that they power up. So let's give this a shot. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give this a shot here, and go. The Denon was, well, I don't know, because the Onkyo was actually faster. Interesting. I'll show you something really interesting. So when you go to volume 82, that is the THX reference volume where they tested it and gave it the THX certification. Here's the front of the Onkyo. Nice tone button. I like having tone. Listening modes. Generalized buttons here. Still the sticker on it, so it shows what it does. List of speakers playing, Wi-Fi's on, what input you're doing. I named it to PS4. Dolby Surround's on, THX is on, auto standby. And over here you have what's Google Assistant, which is nice to have. An HDMI, there's that. Volume's the Denon. So its power's on, that's the stuff that it can do. So Dolby Surround, HDMI, there's showing the Dolby Odyssey is on. PS4, 0 volume. So generalized buttons. HEOS, so you can get speakers for HEOS to connect wirelessly. HDMI, USB, and a setup mic. And some big headphones. Volume knob. That's really bad. Okay, got them both of them fired up. The Onkyo will be on a smaller TV, non-4K, so hopefully that doesn't take away from the look of the menus, but we're gonna look at the menus now. Okay, so the Onkyo has just like a little cog right here. Gear cog, you just hit that, and it'll pull up the menu. Voila. So you can go through the menus. I like how it shows what's in it, so the main is on the left and shows you what's on each one. I really like that. So it's fast too, really quick. There's also the overlay menu, so you hit just hit this button right here. Oh, that's info. Quick menu. Hit this one, and it pulls up a menu that's right here that's overlays on whatever is on, which I really like that. And I also like when you do the volume, it shows up, it's on the bottom. Only in the HDMI source though, not like if it's running through ARC, running your like antenna like I do. Now we're gonna go to do the Denon. So let's set up menus right here. So hit that, wait for it to pop up. There it is. Big, bold, still fast. Response to the input's really good. Of course, it doesn't show you what's in there. You have to actually go to each one to look at. Don't have a Helios account. It's general. And Setup Assistant will walk you through when you first get it powered on, which is pretty nice. So now let's look at its quick menu, which is gonna be right here. See this option? We'll hit option. And this is what I do not understand why they don't do just an overlay. They make you do that. It blocks out part of it. So yeah. And there's no, like if you do the volume, there's no on screen. Nothing on screen. Change the volume, nothing's happening on screen, which is fine. Now let's talk about some specs. Okay, so here is the Denon. So it's showing 185 watts maximum output per channel. That's at 6 ohms, 1 channel driven, I think at 1% or 10% THD, probably 1%. But has a lot of cool stuff to it. Has Apple AirPlay 2, which is nice. So it does have a free remote app, so I will show you that in just a minute. But Odyssey Multi EQ XT, that's really good. I do like the dynamic EQ, but no Chromecasts. So here's the Onkyo. Now the Onkyo is a 9.2 channel receiver. So, you know, of course it shows all this stuff. Has Onkyo's own thing, ACU, EQ, room calibration. Worked well, just a little annoying to do. Wi-Fi, DTS Play-Fi. So this showing 220 watts a channel, 6 ohms, 1 kilohertz at 10%. So it is 10%. So I bet the Denon's 10% at 1 channel driven, which is not really usable, I don't think. In real numbers, Denon claims 95 watts a channel, 2 channels driven at a more reasonable 0.08%. So the Onkyo is 100 watts at 8 ohms. That's the more usable feature. Onkyo has Chromecast built in, so work with Google Assistant, your Android phone's not having to just do Bluetooth, which I really like that feature. So now let's get into the power-wise from what I've noticed. So switching back and forth really quick between both receivers, the Onkyo has more power. So like it's comparable to, so I can max out the volume on the Denon, and I'm just like, could have some more. The Onkyo, going to the same sound level, it still has, I think, 15 numbers to go, and it gets really loud. If you go up to 90, let's look at the apps. I'm going to use my OnePlus 6T to show that off. So it's an AVR remote. Touch that. Watch it load. It's trying. Okay. So now I think it's fully loaded. Here's the volume slider, so you can go like this. So to get into settings, you just hit that and it'll actually pull up some of your settings. Channel adjust, picture mode, sleep timer. So let's exit that. Hit up here. You can do your audio. Pretty usable app. Speakers, your network, your general app settings. Pretty straightforward app. Loads a little bit slow, but it works well. Now it does give you a warning when you first download it to my phone that's running the latest Android, like 9 or whatever. It says it's not made for my newer Android, so that's about it. Let's just go there. Pretty fast to boot up. Enjoy that. Voila, we're in. Simple volume. Let's see what this is. Ah, see, that's nice. It's all there. You can change your game, music, movie, bass, treble, all that good stuff. So let's see what else we can do. What's this button? It's that. Input net Chromecasts. What does home do? Home takes us there. Oh, look at that. You can go through all of this. If you click here, you hit up here, give you some other stuff. Audio adjust, remote, and there's also, you can do a control device. And it brings up the full control of it. So much different style of app to get to all of the other functions, but they both work great. You'll be happy with both of them. So now time for the subjective sound now. Come to find out, I like a bright sound. So between the two, I watched a scene in The Dark Knight where the Joker has an RPG and he's firing it down at the armored cars, which I think the RPG would just knock them suckers down. That's in Call of Duty. Not really armored cars, but you know. The sound of the Onkyo with its basic setup from Accu EQ was amazing. It bright, loud, but not, and the vocals were great. There's no need to turn up the dialogue. The Denon has a dialogue level that you can bring up. No need for that. It did a great job. Amazing sound. So we went, me and the wife watched this one together. So we went from there, changed to the Denon, and everything seemed flat for some reason. I changed the settings around, had to raise the dialogue, raise the surround to try to get it to work, and I could not get to the level of the Onkyo and sound. So the Onkyo has a better sound for movies. Now let's talk about games. Games were no difference from the movies. The Onkyo just brought everything to life. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it. What I like about it too, I didn't have to adjust. So if you want to get a receiver, you don't want to adjust and do just do the setup in 3 different spots. Everything's perfect. I didn't have to adjust anything. Some people will say, yeah, you do, depending on room, but I have, normal ceilings, small area. I'm not sure the size of this area, but it's fantastic. Rambling on, sorry. Little tidbit that you don't get anywhere else. Measure of how hot it runs. The Onkyo runs at 108 degrees Fahrenheit. The Denon I measured at 116, I think maybe 116.1, and just rested there as high as it got, but it stayed there. The Onkyo has a built-in fan, so when it hit 108, the fan actually turned on and it started cooling it down. Very impressive. I really enjoyed that. Not many places talk about that. So the Onkyo has the fan, which is nice. Does not have AirPlay 2. The Denon has AirPlay 2. Has really quick Wi-Fi. I mean, it flies through everything through the Wi-Fi. But it has the flat sound. Not as strong. Sorry, I'm reading off my little list so I don't get sidetracked. It's not as strong. Runs fairly hot. So I think the app is a little bit slower too. So now price-wise, Onkyo, when I bought it, was $4.99. The Denon was $3.99. Denon is still $3.99 on Crutchfield. You can go on there, find it, get it, buy it. The Onkyo, I think, is up to $5.49. Crutchfield was sold out, but Best Buy has it at $5.49. So more channels, more power, better sound. Which one did I choose as the winner? It's the Onkyo 787. So I suggest you go get that one if you really want an awesome receiver. I am gonna go get the Geek Squad warranty added to it. I think it's like $40, $50 for like 2 years, just to give me a little peace of mind, even though it's got a 3-year warranty. So yeah, so thanks for being here, appreciate it. This is my first real comparison, so please be gentle on the comments and likes and dislikes. But yeah, until next one, bye bye.